You're watching Suck Professor. Hello everybody, it's me Hank. I'm joined by...
James.
Hey James. Dark Souls 3 comes out on April 12th, 2016. Very exciting. They released some concept art of the character classes. We're going to take a look at it and give some people some information about some of the character classes. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. The Knight. Take a look at that guy. Tough looking. This is your pretty standard overall balanced character. Shield and sword type of dude. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
His pros: 100% physical block shield, good starting armor, good poise damage. Cons: low luck, so don't take him to the casino, and high starting level.
Now, why would you say that's a con with a high starting level?
Well, I got this from PC Gamer, and they said it's a con.
Okay.
Maybe you can't limit your choices as to how you spend your points or something like that?
Lower customability. I just made a word up.
Customizability?
Customization.
Perfect. Let's take a look at it, though. So here he is, level 9. Vigor 12, attunement 10, endurance 11, vitality 15, strength 13, dexterity 12, intelligence 9, faith 9, luck 7. I'm not going to do this for every single one of them, by the way. So yeah, strong dude, and some fun facts about him. He loves taking his dogs to the beach. He can bench 782 pounds. In kilograms, that's like 400, I don't know, 300, who cares?
2.2 pounds per kilogram.
Yeah, somebody do the math.
Yep.
And he's not a fan of spicy foods.
Of course not. He's in this suit of armor.
Yes.
He'd be hotboxing his own farts.
Those things don't have great ventilation. Mercenary. This is kind of cool. Look at him.
He doesn't look very happy.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He looks like it might get sweaty. All these guys just must have the worst BO by a long mile. So his pros are high dexterity, dual wield weapon, which is pretty nice because that's the dexterity, attunement and intelligence for early miracles. Attunement is important because it gives you slots to apply spells, or whatever the hell they're called. Cons: weak shield and low luck, just like his brother the Knight. Let's take a look at him real quick. So these are the stats for the Mercenary over here. A little more balance. There's this dexterity. That's why the dual wield comes into play.
So he'd be a good ranged character too, I assume.
Possibly. I don't know. I think the dual wield kind of playstyle I've never really had luck with. I've always been more of a dodge and stab in the back, which I guess is a dual wield sort of. Like I usually have a shield, but I just roll around on the side. So anybody who's into that, go for it. I only dual wield when I go to the buffet, and I have a fork in each hand. So fun facts about the Mercenary: he's left-handed. He's never voted, and he once got stranded in the woods and lived off possum droppings.
Nah, doesn't possum start with an O?
No, only Irish possums.
Ah, okay.
Opossums. The Warrior. Let's see. Oh, beefy.
So this is your tank.
This is your tank, pretty much, I believe. He's very strong, probably kind of slow, and he's already got blood coming out of his thighs here, because he's, okay, I almost said something I probably shouldn't say about...
Donald Trump would say blood coming out of wherever.
Yeah, out of his wherever, which is his thigh. Exclamation point, quote, period. Pros: highest combined melee stats, high vigor, high strength. Cons: very low magic. So yeah, you're gonna get up close, you're gonna duke it out. You're not gonna get do a bunch of ranged magic, fancy pants. He's gonna take damage, not do a lot of healing and buff and bullshit like that. So there he is.
This is for your hack and slash fans.
Hack and slash fans, go get to it. Don't worry about this magic stuff. So just go get those big weapons and those big shields, and you're on your way to fucking Fun Town, okay? Fun facts about the Warrior: surprisingly nice singing voice. You'd never know it. And only his college roommates have ever gotten to hear it. He's very shy around girls, for a big, strong guy. He's got his weakness, and it happens to be the judgmental gaze of a female human. Or undead human.
I thought you were saying judgmental gaze. Like, that's a
okay.
it's pretty harsh.
Judgmental gays, judgmental lesbians. What are you gonna say? And he goes to furry conventions where he can feel safe and healthy, just like the rest of us. The Herald. No, this is not a newspaper. It's the Harbinger of Doom, heralding the death. This guy's pretty cleaned up.
Is that a guy?
I don't know. Maybe not. Looks like one of the Sir Loras of Tyrell.
Yeah.
From the Game of Thrones.
But you can choose whatever gender you want playing the game.
Yes, there are genders. If this is all men, of course it's concept art. Why would they include any females? Women don't have computers. Pinstripe suit, pretty snazzy. I like it. I like the cape. Most, at least he's letting his face cool off there. So the Herald, though, is an interesting class. I have not actually... I'm giving this one some thought when I finally get the game. 100% physical block shield. That's huge. So early in the game, you're going to need that to fight off attacks, because it's hard, especially if you're not a seasoned Dark Souls player.
Right, but that's less important because you can find one later on.
Yeah, you can find one. It's not exclusive, but super early before you really learn the controls and sort of internalize the way the game works, so you're not constantly, you start to die for differently reasons later. But in the early phase, you die because you screw up constantly,
right?
Because it's kind of tough. Attack while blocking, so that's good for like a spear or a halberd type of weapon build, where you can kind of hold the shield up and he pokes off the side of the shield. It's kind of cool. Heal Miracle also adds some extra insurance, I guess, because you don't need to rely on those goddamn Estus flasks. Cons: low endurance, low damage.
So this is more of a defensive, strategic class.
Sounds like it. Kind of a, but still sort of a duker outer. Like, I think this is someone, you're kind of a weapon-based class, but still sort of a range. Like I actually, when I played Dark Souls, I used a halberd mostly.
Okay.
And there's also lots of extra stats to these guys that we're not even covering. So this is, we're just giving people the basics.
Just an overview.
Overview, yeah. Fun facts: he's divorced. Sometimes people make rash decisions early, like saying yes to marriage. He restores vintage loots in his spare time, and his favorite food is a goat's milkshake, which either means he likes goat milkshakes, or he stole a milkshake from a goat.
Or the milkshake brings all the goats to the yard.
Yeah. Is that a phrase? Goats to the yard?
It's not really.
Sorry, we don't all listen to music,
It's
James.
southern music.
The Thief, quote unquote, Thief the Dark Project. Great video game. Oh, skinny arm bones.
Shouldn't a thief be wearing gloves or fingerprints?
You would think, yeah, or at least cut off gloves, because like a guy who owns a record shop. Chainmail is all ragged. He's got a lantern or some shit right there. I don't know what that is. Is it TARDIS maybe? Loves his belt, mask. He must be related to Elektra from Game of Thrones, or no, from Daredevil on the Netflix.
Oh, spoiler! I didn't know she was in it.
Spoiler.
I'm on season 1.
Well, fuck you, season 1. She's the main attraction for season 2.
No, it's
like finding
spoiler.
out. Season 2. She's in season 2.
Okay.
I didn't ruin season 1. I ruined season 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, spoiler. Give me a break. I'll tell you what a spoiler is. My butthole. Pros: ranged weapon, high critical damage, high luck. Cons: low vitality, weak armor, low regular damage. So, the Thief. Low starting level. I guess that's a pro. All right. The range. Yeah, he seems pretty balanced. That luck thing. What does luck do? Luck governs item discovery. It ups bleeding and poison capabilities, and it also governs resistance to curses. So there you go. This he's gonna find lots of cool stuff because he's a thief. I guess that's what they do.
I always feel more lucky when my bleeding is upped.
Yeah. Speaking of bleeding from your wherever. All right. Fun facts about the Thief: he was beaten by his father and mother as a child. Committed his first theft when he stole a cane from an old woman, and he loves pizza.
So pretty much the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, basically. That's funny. Yes, the reason he stole a cane was so that his master Shredder could have a new cane to shred. He was a machine shredder. Okay, that was really stupid. I can't believe I said that out loud. Ass in.
Now, I know this is a favorite of most people.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, well, I guess we will. What is this thing here? Is that a bone spur sticking out of his knee?
Well, when he turns around, he's got a peg leg.
Yeah, it looks like it though, doesn't it? It looks like his reflection leg is a peg leg. So he's wearing gloves. The assassin, no, this is the assassin. The assassin wears gloves. The thief wasn't. Oddly enough, he's got his crotch pretty much wide open there.
And yet he's not concerned with people seeing his face.
Doesn't seem to care. No. Doesn't seem to care, but he does have his head covered in case he goes out in the sun. Smart and wise. Pros: fast parry shield, high critical damage, thrust weapon, low luck, and high starting level. Again with the cons. PC Gamer calling that a con. I guess it is. I don't know. So thrust weapon, that means he's going to do a lot of pokies, not a lot of slashing. Those are the two main types of swinging your sword around. Let's get a look at this fuckface. 10, 10, 14, 11, 10, 10, 14, 11. So he's got a really, I think it's because he's got such a high level.
Yeah, he's somewhat balanced across the board.
Yeah, he's quite balanced. His attunement is high. Overall, there you go. I don't know what else to tell you about that. Fun facts: took salsa lessons. Pretty light on his feet, Paints sand dollars. Finds them himself. Brings them home. Lets them dry out.
First he assassinates them.
Well, or yes, probably. Yes, he uses secret ancient assassin knowledge on the sand dollar. And then after they're dried up, he paints nice little beach scenes on them. Also, he is incapable of remorse and is a diagnosed sociopath. All right, Sorcerer. Let's see. Oh, spooky. Look, his eyes are a little weird looking there. This guy looks like a Destiny character, to be honest.
Yeah, like the Warlock.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of the long flowing robes. And
I was just going to say that. Indeed. And also has the most dry cleaning bills of any of the characters. Pros. Long range damage, high damage, highest attunement. That means he smokes pot and he trips into stuff. That's how he gets his high damage. Cons. Weak to magic resistant enemies. Low health. What does weak to magic resistant enemies mean?
Well, probably that he can't inflict a lot of damage against enemies that are, highly protected against the magical arts.
But weak sounds like you would take... That's a take damage thing, and magic resistant is what you send... Your set is...
I think he just can't do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Is there like a
weak against magic? Maybe
you've played Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 a lot more than I've been exposed to. So... Can you cast a spell at something and have it resist it and take no damage whatsoever? Or if they're highly resistant, do they just take less damage?
My answer is yes.
Okay.
I don't have any idea. I'm sure the answer is they can resist it. But I mostly did like melee builds.
Yeah, so I guess the point of this is that he doesn't really have the ability to go melee and compensate against things that are more resistant towards his damage style.
Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, so it's low starting level 6. Vigor 9, 16 attunement. So that's a magic thing right there. So he's got a lot of space for that. And intelligence. Faith is low. Not a healer. He's a dealer. He deals, doesn't heal. Am I right or am I right? Some fun facts. Competes in air guitar contests. Treasurer of his LARP club. And he has enormous genitals.
That's why he wears that long robe.
Hence the huge robe. Of course, it always makes sense. And it's also why his floors are very clean. Pyromancer. This is trouble. Speaking of Game of Thrones, look at him. Also, speaking of huge genitals, he's going for a reach somewhere there with that.
He's always ready for dinner because he carries his plate on his chest.
Yeah, he has his plate, he has his knife, and he, I was going to say something about pooping turkey. I don't know why. So yeah, big, scary-looking dude. Crazy hair, got the headband on. I bet that thing smells. Believe it or not, metal can smell really weird. Pros. Ranged attacks. High damage against Abyss. I assume the movie starring Ed Harris.
Yes.
High combined intelligence and faith. Cons. Weak armor, low luck, low vitality. So he's not going to find a lot of cool shit because of that luck. And intelligence and faith means he can learn magic and do some healing, because that's what faith is for. Cool. So there's your Pyromancer stats. 8, 11, 12, 10, 8, 12, 9, 14, 47. Alright, very good. Fun facts about the Pyromancer. Thinks Crocs are for squares. I forgot to put an S on there. Can chug a beer in under 18 seconds. He won his local beer chugging contest. Set fire to his high school prom. Killed everyone there.
So he's basically Carrie.
He's like the male Carrie.
Yeah.
He's like a unattractive Carrie. Alright, Cleric. James, this is everybody's favorite build.
I'm guessing this is the healer of the group. Healer of the group, right?
James is losing his energy. James, I told you to take more insulin.
Okay.
Look at that guy.
Wow. He is the master of the bowl cut.
He is ready to go on a shooting spree, except he's a healer. So for some reason, he's got this arm goes way down. It looks like it's going all the way down and back up. So it's got an overly sized right arm. No, I'm making... this must be where he keeps all his Neosporin and his Band-Aids. And he's got a turtle shell on his back.
I was going to say, is that like some sort of Raiden hat? Or
It does. Or it looks like the clothing of a Jawa.
Oh.
Yep. And his shoes are dark from behind and brown from the front. I think that's been in February. And just like his soul. But that hair, man.
Yeah.
He either...
I wouldn't mess with him.
Either somebody pranked him or he's a fucking weirdo who asked for that. High faith, high attunement, healing spell. So it's basically the Pope. Cons. Low vitality, low endurance. Also, I've heard the Pope doesn't last long in the sack. A wink. Class comparison table. Cleric 7 level, starting vigor 10. Boom, boom, boom. Very high faith. There's the faith, man. You can just heal yourself forever while barely dealing damage. Sounds like a wonderful game.
That would be a lot of fun.
Do people do this kind of build? What the heck is up?
People who hate themselves might do that.
Yeah. I gotta find out this community. It's a support role. It's set on the.
It's a support role for a single player game.
Yeah. No, there's a multiplayer component.
Well, I mean that makes true.
I'll heal you guys. You do the fighting. I'll just keep you alive.
Like in the multiplayer, you're not really communicating with the other guy, are you?
There's there's like messages on the floor.
Yeah, it's not free communication.
No, you're not taunting and going back and forth and stuff. Fun facts: thinks bugs are gross. Goes to church, hence the faith, and he's never kissed a girl
because he prefers the guy.
He's kissed lots of boys and plenty of popes. He's only met 3.
Yeah,
been alive for a long time. Deprived. That's how I had to think of myself. Also, I'm as bald as this freak.
And when you turn around, you're a woman.
And when I turn around, I'm wearing a bra. Look at that. He's got a bra on. That's odd. Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Like, this thing is supposed to be there, but this thing, come on. What's going on here? Plus, it looks like they just got tired.
Yeah.
Like, this is the last thing they drew.
Yeah, I feel like I could have painted that in right there. Solid flesh color tone.
Just like... So this is the hardcore build. This is for the people who want full customizability, but also a very challenging beginning, basically.
Right.
And also, I have a lot more chest hair than this guy. I have a beautiful mane of thick, lustrous chest hair right between my tits. My back looks kind of like a kid's soccer field. It's patchy, pretty good back hair. Same hair, though. If you move it... Okay, that's a whole side note. All right, let's see what this guy's going here. Pros. You get to tell your friends that you started off deprived. So that's always good for getting laid down at the Moose Lodge. Lowest starting level, so you get customizability, as James coined the phrase. No armor, and your shield does a shove attack instead of parrying, which I suppose that means you don't get to parry. You only get a weak attack. So kind of sounds like me in middle school. All this, 1, boom, 10 across the board. Man, you better know what you're doing. Generally, this is not recommended for beginning players.
Right, but you can pretty much customize yourself a lot more, like you said.
Yeah, you don't have to. I do believe there's a way to reset all your points at some point in the game.
Oh, so
I hope I'm not spreading misinformation. If so, I apologize. But I'm pretty sure it's a thing in the other games. I never got to the end of either.
Really?
Life gets in the way, man.
I think this is the first one I'm going to buy and actually play through.
Oh, totally. I'm going to do a playthrough. I got Witcher 3, Fallout 4, huge open world games that I haven't actually finished and putting up on the channel. Fun facts about the Deprived: he doesn't remember how he got here. He can't explain why it always hurts, and he wishes it would all end. So
he's also the president of the Hair Club for Men.
Yep. And he's the treasurer of the Skin Club for Women. Final thoughts, James? Anything to say?
Only that it doesn't seem like the starting class that you choose really matters, because you can always kind of focus your gameplay in the direction that you want.
Yeah.
It's just an easier way to kind of get started with the game. And
it's the items you get with the characters.
Which becomes somewhat irrelevant over early in the game, I would imagine, because you can find new items that you're going to replace your original starting gear with.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like... I don't get the impression that you can start with a starting class and a day into the game feel like you've fundamentally messed up to the point where you have to start over. You can always steer yourself where you want to go.
I see what you're saying. So if you think you screwed up, just keep pushing. You'll slowly replace your gear.
So it just seems like, I think the class is more for your early game experience, not for the end game. By the end game, I think you can pretty much branch out however you want.
It sounds about right. I think you're onto something there. It seems like if you know the build you want, like you're going to be magic, start with one of the magic dudes.
Exactly.
If you know you're going to be a tanking aggro master. I don't know all the right words.
Yeah.
Be one of those guys. That
exactly.
makes sense a lot. But it is, you can change it as you go through.
And if you know what your preferred playstyle is up front, like you said, you can just pick the class that most closely resembles your preferred style, and you're going to be good to go.
All right. Well, there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our thing. Thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure having people here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe and like, or don't. It's up to you. Pretty much most people choose don't. So if you do want to buck the trend, subscribe and join our community of heroes. I mean, everybody who subscribes is literally a hero. Just like you, James.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to subscribe eventually. Be good to your fellow humans and prepare to die, because you're about to play Dark Souls 3, the best game ever. Good night. Goodbye. See you all later. Thank you. Bye. Bye, James.
Bye.
Oh, boy, I reek.